You're listening to the Love Over Addiction podcast.
Graham is my 12-year-old sweet pea. He is the one who notices when I come back from the salon and says, "Mom, your hair looks really pretty." He melts my heart every time. The other night I fell asleep while we were watching the Black Panther together, and he tucked me in, put on the fan, and turned off the light. But my little man is struggling right now, and I have his permission to share this story. He started a new school that's academically very intense. For the first time in his life, he has a locker and just 4 minutes to fidget with the lock, get his books, and run to his next class. This morning, driving on the way to school, he asked me, "Mom, what are the chances of the car breaking down so I don't have to go to school?" Oh, my little man. So I put my hand on his knee and said, "Listen, my love, I know you're feeling overwhelmed and you lost your homework binder. It's really hard to get organized when everything feels like it's moving so fast, especially when you're the new kid at school. Why don't I walk you into class and meet with the principal to figure out how we can get you some help?" You know what he said? He goes, "That would be so embarrassing, Mom." But after I promised, and I'm not even joking, you guys, after I promised him that I would walk 12 feet behind him, he relented. I could tell, despite the possibility of judgment from other kids, he was glad I was willing to come alongside of him and help. And because this community is not about me, and it's not about my kids, and you're here listening to this for answers when you love someone suffering from addiction, I'm going to skip to the part of the story that I think will help you. After an hour meeting with the principal and coming up with a well-thought-out plan, I walked to my car feeling a little hopeful that my efforts, my time, and my money to help my son who is suffering is the right thing to do. But my 12-year-old son is 12 years old, to state the obvious. He is not old enough to legally get a job or take financial responsibility. He cannot drive a car, so he relies on me to take him to school and take him to doctor's appointments. He does chores every weekend, and he knows how to cook his breakfast, but most of the meals I'm cooking for him because it's my job as a mom. I do his laundry, and he puts it away in his closet. Why am I telling you this? Some of you guys have caught on already, I can tell. Your partner, the one who you're in a relationship with who's struggling with this disease, is hopefully above the age of 12 and therefore an adult. If the one you love is above the age of 18, they are responsible for their life. All of their life, you guys. When women sometimes get our caretaking responsibilities confused, and we take care of too many people. If they are not getting sober, if they are not coming home on time, if they are not doing chores and responsibilities on weekends, then you are going to stop taking care of them because you are not their mother. You are their lover. If your loved one is old enough to put a bottle into their mouths, purchase drugs, drive a vehicle, they are old enough to quit their addictions. They are also old enough to get a job and show up on time. They are old enough to do chores every weekend and help around the house and take responsibility for their life. They can drive themselves to a meeting. They can do their own laundry. They can cook for themselves and pick up their things around the house. If they are not putting in an honest and consistent effort to stop drinking, using drugs, looking at pornography, and getting better, if they are not telling you the truth like every responsible being should, stop babying them. Stop taking it on as your responsibility to solve their issues or keep their life organized. That is wasted energy, my friend. And all of your efforts are not even being appreciated. Save your energy and save your breath. Put all the effort into something that brings you joy. In other words, stop investing in behavior that brings you a negative return. Do you want the anger and resentment to disappear? I know you do. Then you got to change your ways and stop waiting for them to get sober to start to feel better. You can do this, you guys. I believe in you. Thousands of women have done it, and we started out just as sad, hurt, and lost as you have. My son Graham is a child and deserves my help and mothering, and hopefully what he learns now will set him up for success. But your partner is not your child, so start treating them like an adult.
If you're ready to take a deep dive into where you can be focusing your energy and effort, consider joining the Love Over Addiction program. Find out what's possible and join thousands of other women on their own path to recovery. Go to loveoveraddiction.com/LOA. And we're also doing a free sample of the program. Head over to loveoveraddiction.com/November to get yours today. And remember, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. This podcast is created for your support, encouragement, and entertainment with Michelle's personal thoughts and beliefs. From one woman to another, bonded together by the fact we love someone suffering from addiction. This is not intended as a substitute for therapy or advice from a professional.